Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today here we have the review of the HG Shaldoll Rogue from the Gundam Age series. Now, I know a lot of the opinions regarding Gundam Age, but I am one of those people who really enjoy the Gundam Age series. I really love the series. I love their kits at the same time because Gundam Age HG kits came out very well, so which is why you don't really see them too often. And I was able to get this Shaldoll Rogue version. Luckily, because at the time I did pass on because I actually did review and had the HG Shaldoll custom, but now I think since Gundam Age kits are getting more hard to get by, so at this point anything I find that I don't have, I think I'm going to be getting them. So that would include the GXS Edge or the Jack Edge version of the GXS. So yeah, alright, so let's get on to the review. So as usual, before we go on to the components or any articulation, here's a few things I need to mention. Number one, I cannot compare this with the original HG Shaldoll custom because that is in my parents' house. Now originally I was going to go pick it up, but my parents got the pandemic, so I cannot get into their house, so which is why I'm here. But still, the good news is that they're doing fine, they're recovering, so there's no big issue, life-threatening issues out there, so that's a good thing. So yeah, and number two, this kit, for those who haven't seen the series, this is from Gundam Age, the third arc, or what they used to call it, the Kyo arc, so basically the grandson or the Gundam Age 3 part. These are from the Basidian Pirates or something like that, which is led by the Gundam Age 2 Dark Hound, which is, the actual Age 2 but modified. So yeah, so basically this is another modified Shaldoll custom. Now there is a Shaldoll custom, but there is no HG Shaldoll kit out there. Just want to point that out. Anyway, let's get on to the review. So as usual, let's go over the components. So first of all, what you get, of course, is obviously the unit itself. Definitely loving the new color scheme. The black and gold color, especially on the head, goes very well than I expected. And then kit-wise, currently, yes, you still can use if you want to have a regular arm or hand onto the right arm, you can still do that. But currently, I have attached the unique Dots Buster. So it's basically similar to the Dots rifle, but attached to the arm instead of being in a rifle format. And then on the other hand, we have a open style hand, but we do still get your multi-purpose hands as well. So here we have the multi-purpose hands. So and here we have the beam axe. Yeah, this is supposed to be a beam axe, not like the axes like the Zaku uses where he heats up. This is supposed to be a beam axe. So you get all the moldings in the sticker here. So the white and the pink has to go here, but the white you have to wrap around this area, which I decided I really didn't feel like doing so. And then for the beam area, you have to attach these pink stickers. For now on, it definitely I didn't really like the color scheme going on here, so I didn't apply it. So that's that. So that, and then here you have the other hand for the multi-purpose hand. And so if you do want to use the right arm as a regular arm, you have to take out the Dots Buster, attach this, and then attach the hand. So just want to point that out. And typically we get the two beam saber effect parts. These are the flat ones. Alright, and oops, sorry about that, something went off. And then here we have the leftover polycaps, nothing too special over there. Now, because this is based on the Shaldoll custom, and since the Shaldoll custom also shares like some parts with the GXs, there are going to be some leftover parts from that. So number one, here we have this part, which I believe is the belly area. I believe it's just a repeat, but in a different color. And then here we have this one here. So here is the original Shaldoll custom faceplate. So because the pirate version one, this one actually has a different mold in the faceplate going on here, like a mouse vent. So because of that aspect, we have a leftover piece. So if you do want to make the original Shaldoll custom, but in this dark color, so you can technically do that. And number two, here we have the original shield of the Shaldoll custom or the GXs. So we do get the shield. You are able to use it now. I just built mine, but it's not really mentioned in the manual. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the leftover parts. Now let's go over the articulation. Alright, so let's start from the top as usual. So here we have the top. Sorry about the dust, the plastic dust. Every time I try to clean them up, they always somehow come back onto the kit. So here we have the head here. So this is kind of interesting. So instead of having a clear visor, on the visor piece is not a single sticker. Actually, on the inside there is color separated pieces as yellow, and then you attach these golden stickers on top of that yellow piece, and then you apply the front faceplate. So yeah, so it's not exactly a simple structure, but still I really like that aspect, and yeah, it definitely looks good. And then obviously we have the head camera on the front and then back camera on the back. So that's that. All right, so head articulation wise, the neck joint is a polycap, so you can go down a lot. That's actually that's a pretty good amount if you ask me. And then upwards, okay, pretty decent. And then 360 should be technically possible at the same time. And then you do get the chicken neck movement if you want to do so. All right. So now let's get the arms. So let's start with the one on the left arm. So the left arm here, we have the shoulders. Now the shoulder armor is attached to the main arm here, so they will move together like that. And then going to the side, you can go about 90 degrees to the side. And then the shoulder does have a forward and backward movement going on here, so that's pretty well done. And despite there's these holes here, they have no use in this kit. I believe that was the same case for the Shaldoll custom. So I don't know, maybe they're still planning. Maybe they were planning to do some sort of variant or attachment, but never happened. All right, so and then the arm itself, you can go 360 on the lower arm like this. 360 is possible. Bend wise, you do get more than 90 degrees like that. And then hands are your typical ball jointed hands. Now look on the other hand, so on the other arm with the dots buster on, you can only bend about 90 degrees, or no, actually you can go slightly more because of the structure right over here. But it may, at first it may look like it can go 90 degrees. I remember when I was reviewing the Shaldoll custom was that this joint here is actually the lower part is actually pretty stiff. So I thought it could only go up there, but give it a little more force and you can go a little bit more. So each arm has the same articulation despite having, you know, this structure. And then for those who are curious, the way how this is connected is nothing. It's just, you know, you just fit in. There's no peg, there's no ball joints, because I believe for the G Cyphos, he also has like a dots buster arm with a claw on it on the other arm. That one actually had a ball joint, but once again, there's nothing here. So once again, if you want to have attached the arm, you have to attach the square piece here and then attach the hand. But for now, I actually like this look. All right, and now for the body. Now the body issue still remains there. So basically there's a polycap ball joint here, and there's a hole here. You might notice there's some tissue inside here because this hole inside is just way too deep to the point where I had a case where this polycap ball joint went all the way through to the point where this peg could not reach. So in order to block that, I blocked off the top section with some tissue, and it's working fine. Now there's not much of an ab crunch going on here, so not much movement on the main body, but 360 twist is possible. And then now once again, there is these front skirts. Now technically, sticker wise, other than the head, these black lines on the shoulders are a sticker. So there's one each on the forward and backward section. Now that you have to apply the same type of stickers on the front skirt and back skirt at the same time. However, it's not the front section only, but you have to also connect towards the side section right over here. So you can see the line goes all the way to the side. Now, based on my past experience with the previous kits, yeah, those stickers don't really work too well when going here. So I decided not to apply them because, at least for this kit, it's a dark kit, so I don't think it really matters. And also, you can technically, now these are connected as ball joints as a single piece, so if you want to separate them, you are able to separate them if you want to do so. Side skirts also are using the polycap ball joints, so they can move a little bit more, and then the legs can go to the side 90 degrees as well. Now, going forward, it can flap up this a little bit more and go 90 degrees forward. Back skirt does not move at all, so it's going to be limited. Bend wise, you get a very nice bend going on here, and we have this mysterious hole for something. I have no idea what, but still it exists. And then feet wise, very nice, well done. So currently it's using a peg right over here on the ankles. So going 360 on the feet is not possible, but you do go to side. You can go forward. There's no toe bend, but forward and backward is also possible. And because of the structure, you get a very nice pivot. That's a really nice pivot joint as well. All right, so we think we've seen some basic stuff, and then now looking at the backpack, nothing too special, same backpack, just different colors. So here you still do get a beam saber hilt. So yeah, it works very well. Alright, so I think I'll be right back with some demonstrations with the poses and equipment, and we'll end it off there. Or if there's anything else I need to mention, I'll also mention that as well. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the first demonstration here. So here we have the dots buster on the arm, and then using the leftover shield. I think this looks very cool. Really love the posing going on here. I mean, having a gun arm or a blaster arm does have some pros and cons to it, but still it works. And the way how holding the shield is still the same. You have to take this part out, move it, you have to twist it 90 degrees so that there's this small peg here, so that goes from the bottom section to the arm to the left side section of the arm, so that it connects perfectly, because there is a small peg here that connects to that small dented area. So yeah, I think having the shield is definitely looking cool, and actually does make me want to go get the other pirate themed GXs at the same time. Anyway, so yeah, it works very well. Nothing too special here. No issues out there as well. Alright, so I think the only thing left to show is the close combat weapon. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's the final demonstration here. So I took out the dots buster from the right arm, attached the regular hands, and then gave it the beam saber, and then on the other hand I gave it the beam axe. Once again, for the beam saber you can just slide it into the hand. However, for the beam axe you do need to do the annoying take off the handguard, attach the axe to the hand, and then reattach the handguard. So you have to do that. So yeah, I really like the idea of a pirate themed mobile suit other than Crossbone Gundam. So yeah, the fact that this is also a grunt unit but has a dots buster, a unique arm, a dots buster, basically a gun arm, and then the fact that this uses both beam saber and beam axe, so basically a very uncommon combination when you think about it, because in the Universal Sentry, usually if they have an axe, there's no beam saber, or the other way around. So yeah. So this is a very unique combination here, and I really enjoyed it, because back then I would say I was a bit inexperienced, but still now looking back at it, I really like this kit. I did enjoy the original kit as well, because it is the Federation version. So yeah, and that is pretty much it. Now I would like to mention that the axe may be a little bit wobbly going on here, so do be aware about that. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the HD Shaldoll Rogue. If you guys got any questions or requests, comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.